What is going on, everybody? We are back with a brand new video. This time we're at Echo Valley on the back nine. Gonna be playing it with only the Latitude 64 Grace. If you guys watched one of my previous videos, I had finally tried out the Grace. I took it to the field, tested it out, figured out its flight, but I have yet to really get it on the course. So I thought we'd play Echo Valley back nine with only the Grace. I have Wardens to help us out as well, which are my putting putters. I was pretty pleased with how this thing was able to flip up. I didn't necessarily get a lot of turn out of it, but the flip up game was great, and I throw a lot of flip up hyzers, so I'm hoping we can throw some good shots out here today, see what we can score. Headwind on our first hole, 511 feet, par 4, bends around the corner, and the basket sits on the left side. Oh my, dead straight. Gonna end a little left side. Oh, there must be a right to left. That should not have faded that hard. We got two options. We can either go over the top in the wind, or we can try to throw a really low skip shot through this gap. I almost like it better than trying to go over top though, so we're gonna see if we can make it happen. Skip. Oh, it didn't really get on edge, did it? Oh, how disrespectful, man. Hole 2, another par 4, 458, really off the tee. The only thing you kind of got to miss is this first tree in the middle of the fairway. If you get past that one and you get decent distance, you're going to have a look at the basket on the next shot. Try to go flip up right of the tree. Oh, just kind of... yeah, it got away from me a little bit, maybe a little bit more hyzer. If I had to throw that shot again, I would go left of that tree instead of right. Just in case the disc did turn a little bit, it'd have more fairway to work with. Birdie's still in play, but it's gonna take a heck of a shot. Under that. Oh, I thought it was past it. Wow, that's further than I thought. This is one of the easier par 4s, I would say, and I have kind of made a mess out of it. Maybe. Oh, I got you positioned a little awkward here, but this hole is pretty difficult to film. 243, I think the shot shape is more of that mid-range, slower speed, backhand turnover. The forehand oftentimes doesn't get right enough, but with this disc, I think we're gonna have to throw it. I haven't been throwing many forehands off the tee, so I don't know how this is gonna go. Honestly, I kind of love it. That did not feel good on the elbow, and I'm not gonna do that again. Now, our forehand got right enough, but it didn't push straight enough, so we got a long look at it. Oh man, put the disc on some ante. Hole 13, par 4, 569, hardest par 4 on the course, I think. I think everybody would agree. A lot of trees to miss. I'm gonna throw on the left side and see if we can work this left to right and get a full flight out of it. Oh, it didn't turn as much as I would like, but that is actually really far down there. Quick shout out to discgolfdealsusa.com. They hooked me up with a ton of discs. I couldn't do a lot of these videos without them. So if you're looking for some new plastic, they have it all. Hit the link down below, get yourself 10% off of that order. Now this is complete jail. Even though I got far down here, I'm not gonna have any way to the basket. This is the first ever Turbo Grace approach. Ooh. That did not work. Ow. There's like no rewards on this hole at all. Throw it far, you're still gonna be in the stuff. That was so... I don't know why, but this camera keeps cutting in and out. It'll stop recording randomly. It's really starting to make me upset, but that's what just happened there. I pulled that shot way wide, but luckily we threw driver because look at that. That's ridiculous. It should not be down there. I am shocked we saved par there, but I'm happy about it. Hole 14 here, par 4, 398. Hopefully we can start our birdie train on this one. I want to get around this corner left. I'm thinking of going left of this middle tree. That's the goal. Or right. What a yank. Thank goodness we got lucky. When you push too straight, what ends up happening is you really pinch yourself off. So if you come up shorter of this, you have a clear line to the basket. But since we went too straight, we now have to contend with all of these kind of small trees here. If there's one line on the right side that I'm gonna try to hit with a Warden, we'll see how it goes. It's a very skinny gap. No way. That's phenomenal. That is exactly what I wanted to do, and that feels really good in disc golf. There's our 1 under. Hole 15, only 263. Very short for a driver, but that's the challenge of the day. So we're gonna see if we can make it happen. Oh my. Well, that's a little bit more of the disc to throw. Envy. Bad drives to make highlights. That's what we like to say here. Come on, drop. Oh, that was actually close. The thing about the Grace is I like the Grace. I think it's a great disc. I just don't know what it'd kick out of my bag if I did bag it. I almost feel like if I wanted to switch to Graces, then that'd be my full lineup in the drivers. I'd just find the stable ones, find the understable ones, and make that my driver lineup. Right now, I just don't know, you know, to put a single Grace in if it makes sense for me. Hole 16, par 3, 381. In my eyes, it's a very tough par 3. I never birdie this one. I don't know if I've ever birdied it, actually. I'm gonna go on the right side, try to flip this up. If I get through pure, there's a chance this goes long because it's downhill, but the odds of that happening are pretty low. I pulled it. Get lucky. Best case scenario landing right here. Center of the fairway. Not a lot in your way. A lot of times you can kick right and it gets a little tricky. That's so high. It's got to get down quickly. That is a tough par putt. My putting has been on point today. I've made a ton of putts. But this is a tester right here. This is actually ridiculous. Like I said earlier, my camera just keeps shutting off randomly. I made this putt. I'm gonna try to reenact it. Let's see here. I promise I made it. Of course I can't make it now, but I parred it. That is so frustrating for me. Hole 17, a par 3 at 407 feet. Bends up to the right. Very demanding tee shot. Try to throw this as straight as possible. If I can get a little right, that would be great, but I'm just not really good at working my backhands to the right. Turn, 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 turn. Almost. I put myself right up against the tree, of course. An incredibly bad break here. Oh, wow. My camera shut off again. I threw a forehand roller to this spot. This is a par putt. Yes, come on, I swear. If my camera is off right now, I'm gonna be so disappointed. We have actually held on to that 1 stroke. So we're still 1 under par with 18 here. Back into the wind, straight headwind. Very scary. Par 4, 488. So if we can get some good distance, we should be able to get the birdie here, but the wind might have other plans. Nothing is in my favor today. Everything is dying. We got a little bit more juice left in these microphones, but that's why you couldn't hear me right there. We made it across the bog. Try to get this birdie, get out of here. Oh my gosh, I'm a bad YouTuber. That's gonna be perfect. All right, that should be our 2 under. There we are, 2 under par. If I combine my first video and this video, I shot 3 under with no bogeys. Pretty sure I didn't bogey. 2 under for this video. That is the Grace only. Like I said, I just don't know if I can find a place in my bag for it if I would give up anything else.